5th District in December of 2014, and he was re-elected in November of 2016. The 5th District is the largest in terms of area in the state, spanning 24 parishes, covering most of northeast and central Louisiana, and then part of the 5 Florida parishes in the state's southern boots. This is his first publicly held office after spending most of his life as a practicing physician, veterinarian, business owner, farmer, pilot, and veteran. Dr. Abraham is a member of the House Armed Services Committee, a post he will use to advocate for America's men and women who serve in our military. He will also prioritize Louisiana's military installations, including Fort Polk, Barksdale Air Force Base, and the Naval Base in Belle Chase. Dr. Abraham was a first lieutenant with the 20th Special Forces Group Airborne Division of the Army National Guard from 1986 to 1989. Additionally, he is a fixed-wing and helicopter pilot who currently flies reconnaissance missions for the Coast Guard Auxiliary, and he is a mission pilot for the Air Force's Civil Air Patrol Green Flag Program. Dr. Abraham also serves on the Agriculture Committee. The 5th District is one of the largest row crop districts in the country, and many of the district's farmers raise livestock. Dr. Abraham has spent a lifetime working on his farm, building miles of fences, driving open cab tractors, herding cattle, and breaking wild horses. He understands firsthand the hard work that our farmers put in daily in our state. He also sits on the 3rd committee, the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology. He is the chairman of the Subcommittee on Oversight. His legislative priorities for this committee will focus on enhancing America's cybersecurity capabilities. Now, Dr. Abraham is a member of a lot of caucuses: the Doctors Caucus, Veterinary Medicine Caucus, National Guard Caucus, Coast Guard Caucus, Sportsman's Caucus, Mississippi River Caucus, and the National Guard Youth Challenge Caucus. That reminds me of naming all the shrimp dishes for bubblegum shrimp. Okay, Dr. Abraham grew up in the rural Richland Parish where he and his wife, Diane, reside today. He graduated from R-Mangham High School before earning his degree at Louisiana State University. He graduated from the LSU School of Veterinary Medicine and practiced for 10 years before eventually seeking his medical degree, which he earned at the LSU School of Medicine in Shreveport. As Dr. Abraham likes to say, he wanted to be able to treat anything that walks on 2 or 4 legs. He's a business owner and a certified flight instructor. And he and Diane have been married for 42 years. They have 3 grown children and 9 grandchildren. And the only thing that's missing from this bio that I just want to add is, for all those who know him personally, his affectionate nickname is simply Doc. And with that, I give you Congressman Ralph Abraham.
Can you hear me pretty good? I was telling Gina Gore, she's heard this before, but when President Trump and Vice President Pence got elected, Pence came to our first GOP conference after the election. And it's the Republicans that we meet every Tuesday morning, usually at 9 o'clock. And he was speaking about how hard the election was, what they did to win the election. But he specifically said that when you go back to your districts, make sure you thank the Republican women. Because they know without your vote, they would not have gotten it. That is a very true story and a very true statement, and he has mentioned that in other venues throughout their administration now. So look, thanks for having Diane and I. We have been married 43 years, haven't we, honey? Look, I'm just excited to be a Republican. I am excited that we have got President Donald Trump making America. I am excited. We've got a wonderful congressional delegation led by wonderful Steve Scalise. And I am not saying this because Carissa is here, but you are so fortunate to have Garrett Gray and Carissa. Even before the movie came out, we had nicknamed Garrett Aquaman. He knows everything about water. If it's a levee, if it's a river, if it's a coast. And let me tell you, the president and the vice president and him being on that subcommittee chair on transportation and infrastructure, we're lucky to have Garrett in that spot. So he's a phenomenal source as the president and the vice president of the Department of Interior. When they have issues with the water, with the coast, first they got Garrett on speed dial, so I can assure you. As you know, you did hear, I did hear, for those that don't know me, my real name is Ralph Abraham, and we are running for governor, but everybody calls me Doc. Di and I live on a farm that we grew up pretty close together. We went to high school together. She wouldn't really date me. She kind of gave me the cold shoulder, but I just kept working on it. We're together, but we live really close to where we grew up as people. And I can still drive any tractor or any 18-wheeler on the farm. I still can put a crop in, and I can still string a fence and ride a horse and do all that wonderful stuff. And you heard my service in the Army National Guard. That has allowed me, as a veteran, to represent the veterans here in Louisiana, but across the nation, in such a meaningful way. They are our heart and soul, and without the active men and women in uniform, without our veterans, you and I would not be able to have this particular conversation today.
That's right.
I do still do some search and rescue for the Coast Guard and the Air Force, and that gives me a chance to get up in the air. The clouds are usually nice to me. Diane and I flew into Baton Rouge just a few minutes ago. It was pretty foggy, but you know, we came in and we landed just fine. It is a pleasure. The other thing that we do, we fly for an organization called Pilots for Patients, and that's a wonderful ministry that we use. We take children and we take adults, either to St. Jude's or MD Anderson, or as far as Mayo Clinic up in Minnesota. Because to get there by car, these are people that usually have cancer. Just to drive along wears them out from the chemo and all that. So, you know, we have used that in a very positive way, hopefully helping mostly Louisiana residents get to where they need to go and make their treatment a little bit better. There is a lot on the national level we need to talk about, and hopefully we'll have a little time to talk about the wall, some of these horrific abortion laws that are taking place in New York and Illinois, and hopefully we can circle back to that. Let's talk just a little bit, of course, about the state race that's going on. Hopefully you'll find that, you know, we are the best candidate for that job to take John Bel Edwards on. And that's another thing that I'm very excited about. At this time next year, he will not be your candidate. And you will see, certainly on my end of the campaign, that I truly believe in Ronald Reagan's 11th commandment. We will not see happen, hopefully, what we saw happen in our last election. We will be civil, we will be very direct, but I'm going to direct all my fire on the man sitting in the mansion over there, John Bel Edwards. So we will see that. But whoever you talk to, and it can be very young intellectual people that are going to college right now, certainly people my age and all those in between, this state is heading in the wrong direction. This administration has put government over people, It's put regulation over business. It's put taxes over take-home pay. We have got to get to the point where we start putting Louisiana families first. We are so tired of having government grow and grow and grow. I've yet seen a government program that John Bel Edwards doesn't want to see bigger. I haven't seen a government program I don't want to see smaller. So we need to get that back. We need to put these families first. You'll see on our campaign that we are going to laser focus on economic development and workforce training. You're right. Our businesses, they are on life support. We know that we have either a negative GDP every year or it's so small it's almost immeasurable. We know that we have lived from crisis to crisis for the last 3 years. We've had seven special sessions in the last 3 years. And if John Bel Edwards doesn't get his way, then he threatens to let felons out, he threatens to kick grandma out of the nursing home, or he threatens to stop LSU football. It's his job. So we can do better than this. So we've got to get back to empowering our people and, again, putting the people first. You know how to spend your money better than government does. Let's get the government out of your life as much as possible. Everybody asks, well, do you think Louisiana has a spending problem? No, I know they've got a spending problem. So we've got to get that under control. You know, we've got 7 billion new taxes that have been instituted under this administration, and heretofore, I haven't found one dime that has gone to roads or bridges. Now, we talk about economic development, we talk about workforce training, but until you've got a road or bridge that they can actually go to the job or go to the training, then we're dead in the water. We have got, as you know, a billion, 14 to 30 billion, I can't get the exact number, of backlog in our transportation fund because the money is not being spent in the right area. So, no, we don't have a revenue problem. We do have a spending problem. Taxes are the highest across the nation on combined sales tax, on franchise tax, on severance tax, on corporate tax. And what are we getting for it? We are either 49 or 50, the bottom of the barrel in everything that you and I in this room consider important. That being education, that being healthcare, that being economic opportunity, or we are called the judicial Hades of the nation. I won't use the term that they actually used in the magazine, but our legal climate is such that if you are a Louisiana resident in any profession, certainly oil and gas are being sued out of business, but our car rates are so high because of our legal climate. And if you're a Louisiana resident, you are 4.5 times more apt to be sued than any other state in the nation. We've got to get away from that. I'm tired of all the waste, the fraud, the abuse, spending things that we have no business spending on, not prioritizing our spending, and just wasting our good money. We've got to get back to the basics. We've got to get back to Economics 101 and do the common logical thing to do every single day. We have got people, 30 to 35,000 every week, it does fluctuate a little bit, that leave this state. They go to Texas to pick up a paycheck because they can't get a job here. And if we're not careful in the 2020 census that we'll have next year, we may lose a congressional district because we have lost so many people that are not coming back to our state. And let me tell you, if somebody as young as Courtney or some of these younger people here, if they leave, if they have children and take their kids with them, people like Diane and I are usually going to follow them because we want to follow our grandchildren. So we've got to stop that from happening. The only way to do it is to get businesses back. We need businesses fighting to get into this state. Right now, they're fighting to get out of this state because of things like our ITEP, our legal climate, our regulatory burden. We've got a tax code that is so complex that a team of accountants and a team of tax attorneys sometimes have problems figuring it out. So we have an opportunity here to set this ship straight, turn the boat around, and get back to where we know as Louisianians this state what it can do and what it can be. We've got the best people in the world. We've got the best teachers in the world. We've got the best students in the world. And we've got the natural resources that no other state in this union has. We need to leverage those. We need to get these businesses in, and we need to get it done. It's going to take somebody with courage. Look, you will find that when we put families first, we're going to anger a lot of what I call the fat cats. Who cares? Come at me. I'm willing to take those arrows because we have got to reprioritize our positions on many things. And I really do believe I'm that person that can do that. So thank you for allowing me to speak. We'll certainly take some questions. If we have time, I want to bring you up to speed on the wall and what happened in Vietnam this morning with the president. So thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. All right, Quentin said, our recording secretary has a few questions our board put together for the Congressman, so we'll take a few, as many as we have time for.
Oh, not very long.
All right.
Okay, well,
So I
maybe you
can
can
say,
Thank you.
Congressman, we have here, it says the health and education budget seems to always take a cut when it comes to balancing the state budget. What is your strategy concerning these departments that it doesn't have?
All right, that's a good question. As you know, we are 49th or 50th, depending on the day, in our education, in our healthcare. Those are the two that always seem to take the bayonet and are left, dying on the sidelines. The budget process is so complex, as I mentioned, the tax code is so cumbersome. We've got to set that straight. Now, Rick Edwards, and I guess he left, is that right? You've got good legislatures here like Rick, and you get a good Republican governor with a good Republican legislature, and you can fix a whole lot of things. And I'm looking at the state races that are coming up in October and November too. It looks like we're going to gain some seats on the Republican side, and that's going to be very good. We have got to give our young people that are going to school, we've got to give them an opportunity to stay in Louisiana. Right now, they're having to leave. I don't think they want to leave, but we got to give them a reason. We got to have that job waiting on them when they get out of school. Diane and I live on the farm about 30 miles south of Monroe. That is in the heart of the Louisiana Delta. Now, the Louisiana Delta and the Appalachian Mountains up in Kentucky are the two poorest places in the nation. These are people that Diane and I go to church with, we went to school with, we go to the grocery store with, and as a practicing physician that still makes the house calls, I see these patients because I still get in the clinic every once in a while because I have to maintain my continuing education. These are people that are looking for that good education. They're looking for the good job. There are certainly those that don't want to work, but the majority, these are good people that just want the opportunity. And right now in Louisiana, we don't have that available for them. We know that Medicaid expansion is now 500,000 people big. Most of them were moved off of their employees on Obamacare and made to take the expansion program. And I can tell you as a physician, That's not the best insurance in the world. I call it a second class insurance or a first class rate of people. I can't get them the doctor that I need to a lot of times. I can't even give them the medicine I want to give them. My point is, I've met very, very few people in my life, if any, that elect or that want to be poor. They will do what they can, but they've got to have the opportunity. That goes back to education, to your question. We've got to fund it, we've got to prioritize it, we've got to give our teachers the professional development, the technology that they need to succeed. I've got educators, Diane's sisters in education. We've got educators in our immediate family, so we know the struggles that the teachers go through. Just trying to make it. Why in the world should a teacher have to have a GoFundMe page to supply the classroom? It's abominable. So we've got to get away from that, but that goes back to getting this budget process under control, getting these good legislatures with a good governor, and getting this crazy complex budget under control where we don't have to cut, we don't have to just take education hostage or healthcare hostage and get them back where they need to be. We should be a nation or a state that is in the top 10 of every category good, but right now we're not.
I do think you kind of touched on it, but Don Bell's first act as governor was to expand the federal Medicaid program at a great expense to taxpayers. Can this be reversed?
You got to stop the bleeding here. It's going to be a tough thing. You don't have one solution, doesn't fit all. But again, I'm your country doctor. I'm your guy that sees that Medicaid patient. We see all Medicare, we see private. But a third of my practice, when I practiced full time, was the Medicaid patients. So I know their needs, I know their wants, and I know their desires. And again, these are people that would rather have a much better insurance than they have now. But like the private insurance, we've got to stop the waste and in some cases the fraud. You've seen the figures where that $85 to $100 million have gone to recipients of this Medicaid expansion that were not eligible. What that does is takes these healthcare dollars from the people that actually need the healthcare dollars. Now, traditional Medicaid is your child, you're poor, you're pregnant, and you're disabled. And I doubt there's anybody in this room that would give the shirt off their back and their last bite of food to help that particular patient. But those that can work, they need to go to work. I am tired of people voting for a job instead of working for a job. So we've got to get those people that want to work. Again, it goes back to the opportunity. The other thing that has to happen, private insurance incentivizes us that have the private insurance to stay healthy, to do the things that reduce healthcare costs. And again, we've got to incentivize that Medicaid expansion process to invest in their health care so that, they don't have to go to the emergency room because they know the doctor's out of the seat, unfortunately. But again, the solution is multifaceted, but it's something that can work. And I assure you, as your country doctor, I can fix this problem.
So many of our high school seniors and students are applying and getting accepted to out-of-state universities. How do you propose to keep students here in Louisiana at our universities?
Our schools should be the crown jewel of any community. We used to invest more dollars, and certainly we've got the talent, we've got the teachers, we've got the students, but it goes back to they get a good education, I hope, but then there's nothing waiting for them at the end of that degree. Whether it's a technical school, a 2-year college, certainly a 4-year degree, whatever it is, we have problems keeping those people because there's no job. When I was coming back from D.C. last night on the little jaunt from Atlanta to Monroe, I sat beside a gentleman that worked for the Transocean pipeline up in the Delhi, Louisiana area. And he was a technical guy. He'd been to all kinds of schools. He was making 6 figures plus, doing well, but now he's having to move to Nashville to continue his job. Because of our legal climate, because of our business climate, because there's no opportunities here for him to continue his education and keep that six-figure job, he's got a family that he's got to take care of. So, you know, it's not rocket science, it's not neurosurgery, it's economic development, workforce training, getting our legal climate under control, getting our business opportunities back, incentivizing businesses to stay in the state instead of leave the state, and get our people back.
Thank you, Congressman. Appreciate your answer.
I can talk more. Okay, let me bring you up to speed on the wall a little bit. As you know, we had a vote this week in Congress, the Dems with Pelosi mostly on the House side, but we'll get to the Senate side too, where they wanted to say that the emergency declaration that President Trump signed a week ago was unconstitutional, it wasn't right, and you know, he can't do it. Well, yeah, he can. There's about 38 to 40 emergency declarations right now from past presidents that he's working on. I have been to the border, and I will argue and debate those that have not been when they stand up in Congress and say, we don't need the wall. In a mixed group like we have here, I cannot tell you the horrors that go on a daily basis with women and children and men, you name it. It is as bad as you can imagine, and then multiply that by 10. These cartels are bigger, more well-financed, and have a larger army than most countries in the world. When they bring a drug shipment over, if they bring a human trafficking shipment over, then they send a scout, they send a sniper, they have recon, they have drones. It is a full military operation. They know what they're doing, and when you're talking billions and billions of dollars, whether it's drugs or whether it's human trafficking, they will be very efficient, very evil, very ruthless. You've heard of the drug fentanyl in the news. As a physician, I write that when I have a patient with cancer. If I can't stop their pain or any other thing, I will write a prescription for what's called a fentanyl patch. And I will put that patch on that patient, and hopefully some of their pain will be alleviated. What's happening, China is making synthetic fentanyl that is many, many times more powerful than what I write in the prescription. It comes to Mexico, they mix it with the heroin, and that comes over our southern border. And you've read the stories where our policemen, our wonderful law enforcement, if they just search your car and get a little bit on their hands, if they don't have a drug called Narcan to reverse that opioid, they die. That's how powerful this stuff is. On the human trafficking side, again, I can't go into the details. It's just too terrible and too horrific as to what they do. But what happens is, Panama, Costa Rica, they amass these people in an area of a jungle called the Darien Jungle. We know where they go. The human mules pick them up, and they are paying tens or sometimes many thousands of dollars to be able to be in that caravan. They bundle them in the Darien Jungle, they move them through Guatemala, they move them through Mexico, and they move them to our southern border. 35%, now think about this figure, 35% of those that were apprehended, and we're only apprehending about 35%, are not Hispanic. This is not your mom and dad trying to get into the country to make their family better. They are Middle Eastern, they are Indian, they are Afghanistan. These are people, they're Chinese, across the globe that are coming in our southern border, and it poses the question, well, why do they want to come in that way? Well, you know why they want to come in that way. To harm this country. Trump is right. We need the wall because we need to make them go 2 points of entry. where they can be checked. But again, if we build the wall, they're not gonna come because they're not gonna go to court because they know they will be arrested. So let me tell you, he's got right now, with the emergency declaration, he's got some statutory leeway where he got 1.4 billion in the bill. He's got about 3.5, 3.6 billion that he can move without the emergency declaration within the Department of Defense, which he will do. But then the emergency declaration allows him to move another 3.1 billion. So the total is about $8.1 billion that he will have access to. But if you don't think we need the wall, then I would ask you to go down there. But if you go down there, you better be willing. So that's where it is. Trump is already making the contacts to get the contractors involved. There are some prototypes. It looks like it'll be the steel slats that they can't climb, they can't get over. I went to El Paso, it's been a couple of years ago now, and there was a little wall. It was high, but every few feet there was a Jacob ladder thrown over the wall. They were just shimmying over. So that's how bad it is down. So we need the wall. So,